29 forecast.
Kenneth Johnson with a nice shot from his perspective. This is up the Rockfish Gap overlook on the Blue Ridge Parkway. And yeah, you see the fog socked in there at the Rockfish Gap overlook. And of course, it looks like and resembles like the ocean. And you can see the mountains in the background, but that is the fog trapped in the valley below. Yes, it's been a drizzly day, gray, overcast conditions. Only touched 51 for a high today. 50 is the current number. Winds out of the northeast. Humidity's up. And again, not a whole lot of movement here with temperatures. 47, the current reading at the Valley Airport in Weir's Cave. 49, the high. And again, temperatures are fairly uniform at this hour. Most of us are in the upper 40s to around 50 degrees. As we take a look at Doppler radar, not a whole lot to see. You can't pick up the drizzle. That's below the radar scope coming out of the low deck of the clouds. But we are going to see rain, and we've got a larger swath of rain coming up out of the Tennessee River Valley. So from southwest to northeast, especially late tonight and into tomorrow morning, we've got rain on the way. Looking right now anywhere from ½ inch to an inch. Could be some locally higher amounts, and some of that rain will be moderate to maybe heavy late tonight. Can't rule out a rumble of thunder, but nothing severe. Let's talk about a transition over to some wet snow. Now, this is the northern reaches of the Blue Ridge, so we get up towards Swift Run Gap, Big Meadows, Old Rag Mountain. Yeah, maybe 1 to 3 inches at those higher elevations. And again, that's why the winter weather advisory is in place there. Elsewhere, we're just going to be dealing with rain, but that transition will occur right before daybreak and shortly thereafter. And then there's a slew of winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings much farther north. But again, the northern reaches have the best chance of some accumulation of maybe an inch or more. Elsewhere, there may be a few wet snowflakes mixed in across the valley floor, but really no accumulation. Higher ridge tops will certainly see a little bit more of that. So temperatures for most of us overnight in the low 40s. Early tomorrow morning, mountains will be in the low 30s and valley locations primarily in the upper 30s. Then tomorrow, it'll be a gusty day. Skies will begin to clear. Low 50s here across the Piedmont of Central Virginia, mid to upper 40s in the valley. Mountains will be much colder. It's going to be breezy tomorrow in the wake of that storm system. Winds out of the northwest. Highest gust along the Blue Ridge Mountains where a wind advisory is in place beginning at 10 a.m. So there's a snapshot as we get closer toward the morning hours. Gust over 20 continuing through the afternoon, and then the winds will settle down into tomorrow night with 20s and 30s. Wednesday for Valentine's Day, sweetheart day, temperatures in the upper 40s and low 50s, widespread 50s by Thursday, and after tonight and early tomorrow morning, a dry stretch. So we have an area of low pressure back through the Tennessee River Valley, and that's going to weaken out as it moves up toward the Appalachians. A new storm will take shape, and the proximity of that low running into colder air and the timing is going to bring some good snows up across portions of the northeast into tomorrow morning. It's been a little bit of severe weather across the Florida Panhandle today, but just off to our north, not too far, this is a snowstorm for them. And you can see the winter storm warnings from Boston to New York and back in across the Lehigh Valley and much of southwest Pennsylvania. And that'll be for tomorrow morning into the afternoon. But for us tonight, we deal with the rain. Early tomorrow morning, some of that could be heavy. There we are around 4 or 5 in the morning. And then there's that transition over to some wet snow briefly before it tapers off. Then clouds will give way to clearing. It's a gusty day with those winds, mid 40s to low 50s. We're in the 20s and 30s to start Wednesday morning. Your Valentine's Day, mid 40s to low 50s. Tonight then, steadier rain arrives. Most of us in the low 40s, some upper 30s north and west. Mountains low to mid 30s with that rain transitioning over to some wet snow before it ends. And the extended forecast is a dry one after tonight. And again, weather looking pretty good after we get some rain in here overnight and early tomorrow morning.
All right, Eric, thank you.
Thank you.